So when we talk about the technology and really what it's capable of, it's hard to really express to somebody what it means that all carbon-based waste. So one of the things that when I talk to people, I ask them, well, what's a waste that you would like to see processed? So let's play that game. What's a waste that you would envision us running? We've already spoken about plastic and tires, but name something else and I'll tell you a cool fact about it.
Sure. How about, I can't think of
Put you on the
one.
spot.
Again, how about like restaurant waste?
Yeah, well,
Restaurant waste.
restaurant waste, if we're talking like the cooking oil, that's easy. I mean, a lot of people make like
They do.
biodiesel feedstock from it. We just use it as a regular feedstock. It goes in and actually we just convert it. It's really a great feedstock because it's oil, it's fat, right? It converts almost to, I think you get nearly like 55% fuel oil out of used cooking oil, and probably about 25% gas. You get very little biochar because it's an oil, right? You don't make a lot of char because there's not a lot of solid material, but you mainly make oil and natural gas.
What's a better example? I can't think of waste.
Well-
I try not to waste.
How about humans? We can actually, after dying, I'm just thinking about it, like we can actually turn ourselves into energy, you know?
Humans.
Yeah, actually,
Animals.
they're-
Yeah,
human.
animals.
Yeah.
and-
Well, the plant one of the larger facilities that we built back in the day with my father's first company that I just got
That's
going.
a trip.
Conagra Foods was our partner, and everybody's heard of Butterball Turkey, right? We were across the street from the Butterball Turkey plant in Missouri, and we took all their blood, guts, bones, feathers, and that's what we use as our feedstock. And we used to make some of the most ridiculous fertilizers you can ever imagine out of that feed. Whoa. Farmers would have bidding wars over it.
Yeah.
I mean, they were fighting
man.
over who get to buy that.
Because they also want to get rid of those, no?
Yeah, well, at the time, Conagra Foods was paying, I think, like $30 or $40 a ton to get rid of it, and we worked out a deal where they were supposed to give us less, but they were still paying us to take it, and this is where some of the issues
Amazing.
come in because
The
then
palm's the solution, dude.
Yeah.
They were paying you to take it.
they were paying us to take the waste,
and you were selling it.
Yep.
The fertilizer
Yeah.
on the other.
Yeah. Well,
so you're
the
selling
fuel,
the
the
juices.
fertilizer, all the products. So, and to top it off, the energy efficiency of this technology is third-party validated over 85%. So it makes 85% of its own energy. So you only put in a little to get out a lot. So it's I'm sure you have listeners right now who have backgrounds in engineering or whatever field of science, it may be physics, and they're listening and saying, "Oh, there's no way what this guy is saying is
Yeah.
real." But
Yeah.
I invite them to log on to our Instagram or my own. Our Instagram for the company is Eden Energy Solutions. My personal one is True Eco Warrior.
Right on.
so-
Go follow it right now. and hit him up, and you would love to tell him about
Yeah,
it.
and not only that, but we have
love
all
it.
sorts of videos of our products, of me operating the equipment on there. So I mean, we're not trying to hide this from the world. And
I love it, man. So wait, so if there's like farmers who want to use this, they could hit you up and say like, "Hey, we have all these waste, from whatever process."
Yeah. So
Okay.
one farmer probably wouldn't produce enough waste to be able to utilize the equipment. I mean, our 1 ton per day system that we're planning on building, we're calling it the Eden Energy System Light M, and M is for mobile. It's going to be built into a 24-foot cargo trailer. But that'll be able to process 1 ton a day. You'll be able to pull it wherever you want it to go. But a group of farmers.
It'll be mobile.
Mobile. Yeah, this is going to be built into a trailer. So this is that was one of the things I really wanted. I wanted a system that could go places and wasn't just stationary, right? Our bigger scale systems,
Cool.
you're going to be able to move them, but it's going to take a little bit of a process to move them, right? These are going to be in 40-foot containers, and there's going to be a few of them, right? To process 7 tons, because the big systems are going to do about 5 to 7 tons a day, depending on the density of your feedstock, right? So those are going to be bigger. At the end of the day, you'll be able to move them, but it's more of a process where this one, the first version is going to be built in a trailer. We already have the system quoted. We just need the funding to build it. We're ready to go. All it is a more advanced version of our lab scale equipment. So I already know it's going to work. I just got to put the pieces together, right?
Yeah.
It's basically like a big Rector set, and I get to play.
Amazing. Dude.
Yeah.
Well, I'm even just curious for like my business, our business. We
Sure.
do like it would be like we do veggie kitchen gardens, right?
Yeah.
Market gardens
Yeah.
where we grow veggies and we sell it. So carrot tops, tomato clippings, broccoli clip, all the spent garden stuff that you just throw in the compost bin. We have a lot of it because we have 500 gardens.
But here's the thing about that stuff.
It turns to nothingness.
But that is that's your biomass. That's your feed for your food
exactly.
forest.
No,
you don't want to process that.
Wait, what do you mean?
That goes back into the garden.
That's
right?
exactly right. But I'm just trying to figure out a way to make it go quicker because it's building up at our
location. I mean, if you have excess, that's a different story. But at the end of the day, I mean, when we think back, and I'm sure your listeners at this point are familiar with permaculture, we want to chop and drop, right? We want to put that material God gave us, we want to put it back into the land so our crops and everything can grab those nutrients and become more abundant from it. Right?
On site, do it on site.
We're
starting to do that more and more with clients because I thought we're bringing it back here. Can we set up compost at your location? And then you build the soil on site. You're exactly right.
100%.
We need to use this. Most people put in trash bags. Most landscapers put in trash bags. It goes to these landfills, who knows what.
Well, and if that's the case, then we just take the trash bag, we throw the whole thing in, and we could process the bag and the biomass together, right? So so that's one of the things.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't matter. In the machine.
Nope.
There's no discrimination.
No.
Really?
No. And when we do
we
showcases,
throw this microphone in there.
The microphone has a ton of metal components. I mean, if metal gets in, it's not the end of the world. We have part of the process is a evacuation that removes all the inorganics that made it through our screening process.
Cool.
So any rocks or silica or things like that, we're able to remove. Glass, exactly.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
because I'll see that in some of my, people throw a beer can in the mulch pile or something, and I'm like,
happens.
Man.
Yeah,
it happens. But yeah.
We're in the garden. It's existential.